Hey, let's take a look inside Robert Downey Jr.'s take on Dr. Doom. So once again, here we are at Comic Book News. It's got the lowdown on this whole thing. So, obviously AI. You know it is. Do you really need me to explain it? I don't think so. Production on Avengers Doomsday is set to begin in London, with Robert Downey Jr. taking on the role of Dr. Doom. The Russo brothers discuss his deep involvement in shaping the character and how they plan to prevent leaks during filming. Well, they didn't prevent this leak because they really needed some excitement for the MCU, so they said, hurry up and get Robert Downey out there and say, hey, he's going to be Dr. Doom. So, yeah. Anyway, it's a very intense process developing the character, said Joe Russo in an interview with Entertainment Tonight about Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom. He's so immersed in it. He is so dialed in. Anthony Russo added, that's the kind of artist he is. That's the kind of actor he is. Well, the art in this case would be acting, so you're saying the same thing twice. Plus, this isn't really so much Robert Downey Jr.'s insight into Dr. Doom. It's just the Russo brothers saying he's really, dialed in on this character. Well, but, I guess we'll go with it. Joe Russo also revealed Downey is actively shaping Dr. Doom, developing backstory and costume ideas. Boy, he really is dialed in, huh? But I thought the union rules meant somebody, the costume designers get to do that. Well, I mean, he can say, hey, maybe make the cape this long or something like that. Anyway, he said costume ideas, adding, I think he just loves really rich three-dimensional characters, and I think he sees a real opportunity here with that character. Well, yeah, okay. Fans love leaks, and as of late, the MCU is no stranger to leaks. Recently saw that a batch of Fantastic Four and Avengers Doomsday concept art leak online. No worries, the Russos have a plan in place to combat the leak. Well, I've seen that art, and at first I thought, I'll do a whole video on that because, oh, look at the possibilities. Because it's concept art, a good bit of that is probably giving you an indication of what you'll see in the Fantastic Four movie. The bulk of it was Fantastic Four concept art, and, and different costume designs and that sort of thing. Already seen what their costumes will look like because of the trailer and whatnot. So, but nevertheless, I suppose there's some things in there that indicate something. There's one thing that I didn't know about before that's in there. So, but then again, the final product might not have that story element in it. Already knew about the female Silver Surfer, so you see that in the concept art. Basically, it's Silver Surfer on the board with boobs. So, no surprise there. The rest of it was the more interesting aspect, was scenes from what I suppose is the Doomsday Avengers movie, which it could be since one leads into, Doomsday leads into Secret Wars. But a lot of it reminded me more of Secret Wars than anything else. There are scenes in there that's reminiscent of the Jonathan Hickman version. I think we're probably, more than likely, mostly going to be getting the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars and not the Jim Shooter Secret Wars. And from that concept art, that looks even more likely. Beyond all that, I would go through the art, but channel might get in trouble with it, even though it's still up there. I don't know. And of course, a good bit is already revealed. There was also a scene with Black Panther. No, not Shuri being Black Panther. This was a male Black Panther. And looks like the idea was to recast the role, which is what they should have done anyway. But of course, with the multiverse crap going on, this could be an alternate universe Black Panther. But once Secret Wars is over, and if they follow suit to the machinations of the Hickman Secret Wars, then they could, after that, have a new Black Panther and go forward from there. Possibly. There were rumors that they were going to recast the Black Panther. Apparently they were dashed and whatnot, but I don't know. This looks, unless that was the plan and they decided not to, but there's concept art for it, and that's what leaked online. I don't know, but it looks more, and to me, that's what you should do. But anyway, but other than that, some stuff with Star-Lord and that sort of thing. Oh, one picture of the Young Avengers looks like. Don't know if that, bears fruit or not. There's a lot of ideas get tossed around. It's like rumors, that turned out not to be true. Well, it might have been true at one point, but they changed and shifted gears. And that's the cool thing about concept art, is why I like a lot of the art of this movie or that movie books, because you will see a lot of ideas in the planning stages. And along the way, they decide to drop one and go for the other. That's how that plays out. So things leak, things, hey, there's so-and-so is going to be, this character is going to be at it, and then you see it, they're not there. But originally, they were going to be. It's just like the Captain America movie. There were other villains and characters and a whole other plot. People say, nah, that's not you. It no, it was. And there's even photography of the performances of these people. And so, that's not necessarily the Captain America way that things unfold. Usually you kind of want to decide all that before the cameras roll. But yes, a lot of different things come and go in the development of these films. So anyway, the Russo brothers continue talking to Collider, saying that we're pretty good about shutting that down. Well, not on that art. Imagine a lot have seen it by now. And as far as I know, it's still up there. But I'm not going to click to it because, again, might get the channel in trouble. We've sort of strategized to hopefully be effective with that. Joe revealed a lot of the filming will be done in closed sets and sound stages to prevent leaks, offering we don't want people getting photographs, so we are being pretty stringent. So yeah, that can go a long way to keep things hidden. It's just, I hope you have, and with them, I'm going to weigh in, they do, but that filming on everything on green screen doesn't always work. You got to have people who know how to handle it, how to angle it, how to frame it and whatnot. And there's going to need to be practical props and that sort of thing within it to make that work. When you end up something like the Kenobi show, which just looks so flat and awful, and it was just astounding to see it like that, you can't do that. As bad a movie as Army of the Dead is, it looks amazing. And that was primarily that type of filming technology that Zack Snyder just somehow took to almost immediately. I mean, he's had similar experience with earlier versions of that, and okay. But he just understands it and is good, at least aesthetically, which is very important. So if you can do your Doctor Doom Doomsday movie primarily on soundstage, fine. You just got to be able to shoot it well. And we've seen quite a few that did. And once you notice it, you can't unsee it. You're pretty much out of the movie. And whatever you do, whether narratively or aesthetically, you never want to kick your audience out of your movie because it's very hard to get back into it. And then they're just miserable and say, well, this was crap. And that word of mouth can kill the movie. Yeah. What about scenes shot outside in the view of the public? Anthony Russo responded, the location work we are doing, we have picked those locations with that in mind as well. So either they're way out in the middle of nowhere and they've got sharpshooters to take down drones. But whatever. He says, nah, we're on that. So, okay. But a lot of that is Most of that would be revealed there is what the costumes look like and that kind of thing. And if there's any surprise characters that you haven't heard about yet. But the big surprise was Dr. Doom, and you've already squealed that because, boy, you really had to, you know. So anyway, the Russos also revealed that Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars will take 6 months of filming, a standard length shoot. They also said Doomsday would have a runtime of 2.5 hours with Secret Wars at 3 hours. Boy, we really are getting into Snyder territory. But still, 3 hours is under like Justice League, you know. But then Rebel Moon, good Lord. So we'll see how it turns out. Avengers Doomsday gets released May 1st, 2026. Avengers Secret Wars on May 7th, 2027. Rumors suggest, but they're likely. Chris Evans and Haley Atwell may return in some capacity, alongside Benedict Cumberbatch, no doubt, yeah. Anthony Mackie, yeah. And Tom Holland, definitely. So, you know, and a lot of this is coming, oh, Walter B., the band back together for one more round. And so Chris Evans seems likely. But Thor, I think, would show up as well. The Black Widow with Scarlett Johansson, even if that would be an alternate universe Scarlett Johansson or something like that. I mean, Black Widow, you know. All well and good, but you know, there was some nastiness there. But I don't know. It just all depends. And also, man, we're really desperate. So perhaps the whole crew, but if it's more just, you know, kind of just a little cutesy cameo, is like, But anyway, seems likely that will happen. So basically all this story was Robert Downey Jr. is excited to play the role. and he has ideas about what the costume should look like. I wondered if I have any similarity to the outfit he wore at the announcement. And he just does that with the, you know, the amber tinted glasses. But I rather doubt it. So anyway, there you are. I guess that means we're all caught up on all things Doomsday and Secret Wars for the most part. Could have shown more, but you know, I don't want to get in trouble, so you know, I'm a coward. Anyway, we'll see what else comes along, and I'll make a video about that too. I mean, why not?